Hey guys, it's Erin Brenthouse from the Wildflowers Creative Team, and this week our theme is Monochromatic, which means tone-on-tone colors. And today I'm going to be doing a beautiful woman's silhouette. I got this inspiration from this UK nail artist, Zoe Adams. I took one of her classes. Thank you so much, Zoe, for the inspo. And I put my own spin on it for you guys. I hope you guys try it. Monochromatic, nude-on-nude nails. Let's jump right in.
All right, guys, let's begin with the gel polish Cuddles. I love this warm brown gel polish. It's just so gorgeous. And I don't like, tell me if I'm wrong here, guys, but I don't like when people say that beige and baby pinks are nudes. I think nudes could be all different shades of browns and beiges, and all of those colors can be in the nude category. So I wanted to do a nude on nude monochromatic palette, beginning with 2 coats of this gorgeous Cuddles. Cure this, and then we're going to do a second layer. So I'm going to grab Cuddles again, and I'm just going to, just for those shadows, just so we have a perfectly smooth application. Most of the Wildflowers gel polishes can absolutely go on in one coat, but I really prefer to do it super thin, make sure they cure gorgeous, perfect cure, and then we can do our amazing art on top. So pop this in the light for 30 seconds in an LED or 60 seconds in a UV. And then we're going to move on to grabbing our gel polish in the color Nude Mood. This one is more of like a light beige color, such a perfect creamy beige. I love this color. So we're just going to do a dry brush technique. So take all the excess off your brush. And if you're wondering why my nail looks a little bit not shiny in some areas, I didn't like what I did off camera, so I just wiped it off. That's the beauty of doing nail art with gel, of course, is that we can wipe off in between layers. So I'm doing a dry brush technique here, just some random strokes, just to give the woman's silhouette that we're going to draw a nice monochromatic background. Now, I could have added white or black to Cuddles to change up the tone, but I figured that Nude Mood is definitely in the same family, and it's just a lot lighter version of a Cuddles type of color. So I thought that they would look really beautiful together. So I've just done some horizontal lines, some verticals, and just pop it in the light and cure. Now grab your Wildflowers matte top coat. We're going to have a matte surface to work on just for the drawing of the woman's body. I find that it's always easier to do detailed nail art with a matte surface. It's just a nice smooth surface to work on, like drawing on a piece of paper. So apply a nice thin layer of matte top coat and pop that in the light for a good 30-second cure. As you guys saw, I already had out my artist gel paint. All you need is the black one for this design. You could absolutely do it in white as well. I'm using the brand new vegan brushes, but if you don't have that, you could grab your magenta brush, because that's the brush I'm using from the vegan kit, is the new one that's the equivalent of the magenta. Now grab your black artist gel paint, dip in, and check out my brush. I don't have too much on my brush at all. I don't have any big blobs. I just have my brush fully saturated with the artist gel paint, and I'm going to create an S shape. This is going to be the woman's waist and the bottom of her bum. She's sitting on her bum. So we're creating a very tall S shape, and that's going to be the right side of her body. Now we're going to go in with the brush and just thicken up our line a little bit. We just want to make sure that it's even all the way through the line. And remember, the background's already cured, so you can always wipe off something if you don't like it. We're going to do the other side of her waist. Now we're almost doing a backwards letter S. And it's okay if things are not perfect, because we're going to even out those lines as we go. And if I had to, I could always brush it off with a little acetone on like an extra little art brush to just clean it up. So I'm just going to thicken up those lines so that they're even. We want to make sure that it's all nicely even, our drawing. And there's her little bum. Make sure that the 2 cheeks are pretty even. If not, you can always go back and wipe it off. Try again. But I'm happy with her, and I'm going to keep going. Now we're going to go up and just fix this line before we continue. Just making sure that everything's even. Once we're done with the bum, we're going to go up and do her shoulder. Make sure to always have a good amount of gel on your brush. And I'm going to create a little bump coming down to create her shoulder. So go down, around, and connect to the body. Almost like, just a little line there. Always the same amount of gel on your brush. Not too much, not too little, because you don't want to struggle. So we're creating her head now. Little round shape to connect to the neck. There's the top of her head. And we're going to go around, and it's going to start to get super abstract now. Her hair and her head are just going to turn into one big swirl. So you can just go in, create the top of her head, and then swirl it around to create a big loop, like so. There's no right or wrong way to do this, guys. You can absolutely go into like Google, try to find an image of a woman's silhouette. I like to look up things called like line drawings. I find that those gave me some good inspo images to work with. I'm just going ahead now and fixing up all of my lines so that they're even, making sure that that last line that I did is going all the way through to her neck. Just to give it that abstract vibe. This is kind of supposed to be her hair. So leave that to a beautiful point. There we go. Awesome. I haven't cured any of this in between because I always want to make sure that I'm going to be thickening up the lines where they need to be thickened up. And if I ever want to wipe something off, it would be too late if I already cured it. So make sure to try to do this all without curing so that you could correct as you go. I'm just going to thicken up my lines for her hair, just like I did for her bum. Make sure everything's even before we go ahead and give it a final cure. Be sure to turn your nail upside down. Ask your client to turn their hand upside down if you need to get better access to a certain part of the design, or if you need a better angle. It's the easiest way sometimes is to just ask them to flip over. Be like, hey, can I have your hand the other way? Thank you so much. It's no problem to get your clients to be your little, malleable little puppets. And I mean that in the nicest way. I don't mean that in a bad way. All right, guys. So I'm loving the way she looks. I fixed up her little side. I'm curing that, and I'm grabbing the Wildflowers top coat gel to give it a final top coat. You could also do this in matte if you want to have a matte nail, whatever you prefer. But I'm grabbing the little mini Try Me top coat gel. Try Me. If you guys ever want to try the top and base coat or the build-in bottles, we have them on the Wildflowers website in these tiny little sizes now, and it's so inexpensive and such great products. You must try them. So I'm just putting a nice even coat all over my design, and of course 30 seconds in an LED or 60 seconds in a UV. Make sure that the line of light is smooth before you pop that in the light. Let it self-level. And you're good to go for your cure. And I'll show you guys what my first nail that I practiced and then this one, what they look like next to each other with a little bit of a different background. Because this one was a bit abstract. The other one I did a little bit of like color blocking. So check this out, guys. I can't wait for you to try this nude on nude nail. She's so beautiful with her bum. Woman empowerment. There's the other one. We have like a color blocking one with the same design. And that's it, guys. I hope you try it. Don't forget to use the hashtag WFMono, and we'll see you next week. Bye.